That was for you, Paul. I just wanted to say, you all experienced something very rare. Matt Rucker almost never reads his own stuff, so that was nice. Probably a hand and a half I can count on the times I've heard him actually read something, out loud in front of people.
He's shy.
He's not shy. That's bullshit. I'll just read some stuff. This one's new. Doesn't have a title. When one of them dies, its mate cries for 7 weeks and must be fed by hand, being too weak to lift a spoon, but not so despondent that it won't tear out its hair, rend garments, and clog its eyes. It tries not to sleep, because sleep might be forgetting, and it cannot live with dreams where love does not drop by. Or if it does, leaves again, chortling like an undercover cop. It will not speak the words goodbye, but such shall come. So say the doctors and the witches, rubbing salves into the sore spots, precious oils to the heart valves sticking. Yet it won't begin to hear that. We'll never hear it all the way. Perhaps you say, this is too much. Quit your bitching, get a life. Don't you know the rent's past due? But you, were you not once young upon a time and blinded with love? Then when love thumped its chest and sauntered astray, you were still blind. And so it is. The binds and poultice wrapped across your eyes, given time, all fell away. Gingerly you felt your way into the new day, bright with songs and sunlight. Yet now, especially now, you seek the shadows. This one, if I can find it, if I can get my fingers to where. Oh yeah, okay. This is not, I don't know, this must be Homesick is the real title, but it just could be, is that old fuck ever gonna learn anything? It's just, I just keep doing this over and over, but anyway, this is the poem, okay. What am I doing messing with these young boys? Stayed out all night, got myself a good old-fashioned ass whooping. Based on a true story. Some of the reasons that it is fragile and when cracked may not mend, that it can be shattered by negligence or anger and the shards shall slice your flesh, that it can lead you astray and the crumbs you've left as markers have long since been devoured by the songbirds of circumstance, that it may lie and cheat on no more than a whim, a pretty face, a fast car, or the heat of an old flame. That it is burning like your house down, your barn, livestock, and crops, but you've been freezing all this winter. That it is bright enough to steal sight from your eyes on this night so long and dark that you may never see again. That is like a puppy who, God willing, you will outlive, then bury down below the garden and nourish with your tears. That it will become a memory, with parts pared out on the editor's floor and a scene here and there like a scar still tender, that all of the above given time are guaranteed, that it is yearned for, that it is needed, that it is sustenance, that it is holy, that it is what has brought us into being. You really like that, or are you just being polite?
I like being polite.
Okay. Okay, you win, okay. Oh, okay, this is called Still True for a very, very long ago girlfriend. I don't employ prostitutes for the same reasons that I don't go to shrinks. And these lessons come from experience and hard-earned cash on both counts. 1, because you made me promise. 2, neither one will spend the night. So. This one. I wrote for a friend who was dating my daughter's roommate and OD'd in their apartment. He was one of the funniest bastards. He told one of my favorite jokes. You got to kind of know the culture to get the joke, but What's the difference between a junkie and a tweaker? A junkie will steal your shit and sell it for more junk. A tweaker will steal your shit, then he'll help you look for it. Nick was not a tweaker. It's just titled, hey, Nick, rest in peace. When you untied the tourniquet and your blood shouted, did it bark like John Lee Hooker, cashing in his chips with God? Or was it Nina Simone moaning to tears of salt in your veins? Or really nothing more than flipping off the lights and nestling soft and deep into a bed of needles on that hypodermic night when she cried herself to sleep as you clawed your way to heaven? This one's older. I know you like it. Maybe some of you other people like it. It's called the preface. Has anybody here read or not read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Woohoo!
Seen the movie a few times.
Okay, I'm not sure this part's in the movie. It might be. How do you fly? You throw yourself to the ground and you miss. Okay, that's in there. Okay, and Douglas Adams wrote it, so that's all these references. So you don't have to look it up on Wikipedia or anything. I've told you. I've made it easy for you. Okay. This is called the trouble with flight. It's a lack of road signs. You might suspect that getting up there in the first place will present the greatest hurdle. But have you ever seriously tried? Not many people have. I've checked with the Office of Records. Oh sure, lots of folks jump off bridges, cliffs, shoot an extra gram or two of smack. But they all think, hope someone will catch them at the last dramatic second. Just ask any ER nurse or medic on a battlefield. Any combat zone, take your pick. And they'll tell you that nobody who landed safe had their wings unfurled as if they were soaring. Even those who've read the Bible or its modern day equivalent profess that it's based on faith, not works, and what works is beyond understanding. So what's to figure out? Someday you fly. When Douglas Adams, for the 10,000th time, threw his body at the ground and finally missed, perhaps he thought, wow, that was easy, while flapping his arms through the sky and viewing the world he'd left behind, the world he'd only begun to miss. Could be, he muttered, this is a nice place to visit, but the good book don't say crap about getting back. Not unless you're family. And then, of course, it's all innuendo, an inside joke. I stand corrected. It's not exactly a dearth of markers that clip the wings of the curious. There are signs in a language none of us can read.